Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Amy here. So today we're going to talk about my August TBR. I feel like I have a very ambitious list for the month of August, but I'm excited about it. We're getting closer and closer to spooky season, so I'm ready for the spooky books. But don't worry, I will still be reading some male romances because they're my favorite. If you have any spooky male romance recommendations for me, let me know in the comments. Mimi's eating my bracelet, but let's get started. A little bit of a different setting today. I'm actually filming with my phone because my camera, we're not gonna even go there. So let's get into the books. All right, Mimi, I need you to get off my tablet so I can talk about my books. I've already started the month of August off with a male romance. This is Crossing Arizona. This is by Bree Wiley. This is book 2 in the State of Us series. Finding Delaware was the first book that I read in June. I'm absolutely loving this one. I think I love this one better than the first one. So this is Zed and Maddie's story. We are introduced to these characters, of course, in the first book, but we're getting to know more of their story in this one. We'll talk more about this book when it's time for wrap up, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 5-star. Zed and Maddie have been best friends since they were very young boys. They have always just been drawn to each other. Neither of these characters really identify as gay. Zed actually thinks that he may be ace because he's just not interested in anybody, but he does know that he loves Maddie. Maddie stands for Matthew, of course. Maddie identifies as straight. He actually has a girlfriend. You might want to check your trigger warnings on this one. It does have some pretty dark topics here. We deal with domestic sort of abuse, more on the verbal side. There are some dark topics on both our characters' sides, so you just might want to check that out before you get into it. But so far it's a beautiful story. But like I said, these guys have just been connected since they met, and they just have this bond. And I think Maddie he's just not sure of how he wants to proceed, or how he's confused at his feelings for Zed, and he's not sure how to proceed with these feelings. So he does things that hurt Zed. These guys are constantly hurting each other. It's a very emotional roller coaster so far, but I am loving it. Keeping in the male romance category, I hear a lot of things about this book, Luminere. This is a male rivals to lovers story in a ballet setting. I thought that was very interesting. I see it a lot floating around on Book Talk. Everyone loves it. I have it ready to go on Audible. I'm super excited about this one. So we have Felix and Nico. Felix says, "Dancing is everything to me. It's the mother I lost, the father who never sees me. It's the fiery love of my life, and I'll defend it to my last breath." And then Nico says, "Felix Taylor Brooke has been my fiercest competition for years. I should loathe everything about him. His entitlement, his arrogance, that painfully captivating beauty. Felix was born for ballet. I was forged by it. People call us rivals, but that's just the surface matter. Anyone who bothers to look any closer would see there's something else shimmering beneath. When I walked away from ballet 2 years ago, I thought I was free, but then I was offered the one thing I'd always wanted, and I knew I'd regret not seeing it through. I know he'll hate it, and I know he'll likely make my life a waking nightmare. We might kill each other, but if we don't, then we might be about to take on the greatest roles of our lives." I don't know. It's talked about a lot on Book Talk. Everyone's loving it, so we're gonna try it out. Then we have Step in the Zone. This is by Blaine Bellany. This is a dark male hockey stepbrother romance. This is also an author I found on Book Talk. It says this is a high heat BDSM light male romance with dark themes and a guaranteed AGA. Cody and Raphael are both 18 years old, but that might be too young for some readers considering the subject matter. Please check your trigger warnings. I'm not going to go into this synopsis. This is Raphael and Cody's story. This is yet another one that's been floating around Book Talk that I've wanted to try out. So we're going to read it this month, hopefully. Then we have Pray for Us Sinners. This is by Jessie Walker. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if this is male, female. I'm not sure at all. I know she wrote this for an anthology. It's a very short story, but I definitely want to read it. So this will be read this month. Another Book Talk author that I have not read yet, but I am very anticipating reading one of her books. This is One of Our Own by Lucinda Berry. I don't know too much about this. I'm not really gonna read the synopsis. I'm gonna go into it blind, but it does say, a suicide prevention hotline volunteer answers a call that turns her world upside down in this edge of your seat original thriller. She has so many books that I need to get to, but for some reason, I don't know why, but we're gonna start with this one. Let me know in the comments if you've ever read Lucinda Berry. I'd love to know. But yeah, I'm excited to start on my Lucinda Berry journey. 3 more thrillers that I'd like to get to in the month of August. Of course, a Frida McFadden. This is Ward D. It says all she has to do is make it through the night shift. Ward D is the hospital's mental health unit, and as a medical student, Amy is required to gain experience on the floor. But little do her colleagues know, it may force her to confront a past she's fought hard to forget. The night starts, the countdown begins. As the hours tick by, Amy grows increasingly convinced something terrible is happening within the ward's tightly secured walls. When patients and staff start to vanish without a trace, it becomes clear that everyone on the unit is in grave danger. Amy never wanted to spend the night on Ward D. Now she might not make it out alive. I don't know. I hear good things about this one on Book Talk, so I'm excited. Also a popular book on Book Talk, Look Closer by David Ellis. It's been a while since I've read the synopsis to this one, so I don't really remember what it's about. It says the best lies are the ones closest to the truth. Simon and Vicky couldn't seem more normal. A wealthy Chicago couple with a stable, if unexisting, marriage. But with these two, absolutely nothing is what it seems. When a beautiful socialite is found hanging in a mansion in a nearby suburb, Simon and Vicky's complex web of secrets begin to unravel. A whirlwind affair, a $20 million trust fund about to come due, a decades-long grudge, and an obsession with revenge. Both Vicky and Simon are liars, but just who exactly is conning who? And I needed to pick a book of the month pick because they're starting to pack up. So we're going to read The Man Made of Smoke by Alex Narth. I do know that this is a serial killer thriller. It says Dave Garvey's life has been haunted by the crime he witnessed as a child, narrowly escaping an encounter with a notorious serial killer. He has dedicated his life since to profiling criminals eager to seek justice for innocent victims. So when his father dies under suspicious circumstances, Dan revisits the small island community where he grew up, determined to uncover the truth about his death. Is it possible that the monster he remembers from his childhood nightmares has returned after all these years? I don't know, but we're going to find out. All right, that's it, y'all. That's what I plan on reading for the month of August. Let me know in the comments if you read any of these, what you plan on reading this month. Spooky season's getting closer. Are we getting excited? We are over here. Hope y'all all doing well out there. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all very soon in a new video. Bye, y'all.